Buddy Hoyt. Well, he's, you know, when I first read the script, I couldn't believe how happy this guy was all the time. I mean, he grew up in this small town. He works for school as a janitor. He lives above a garage in his, you know, what he calls his aunt and uncle's place, but it's really his adopted parents. And he loves life. Which is, you know, so bizarre. You would think he'd be a little darker, a little sad about life, but he actually just loves life, loves helping people, and I found that very interesting. You know, I just thought it was interesting dynamic that the film had. Like I said earlier, I mean, we're dealing with this guy who is a janitor in a small town, and he's happy about it. He's happy about life, and then he gets this power that he takes, and he doesn't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, and then he realizes maybe it is a great thing, and then he becomes a little, like I said, enamored with it, and he tries to fight this, you know, this feeling that he has, whether to continue on doing something, you know, that's really great for people, or to stop and, you know, and keep it a secret. I just thought that was an interesting kind of, you know, dynamic. If I had personally a superpower, yes, what would it be? I would like the power to become invisible. Would be great. I've worked with Lisa before. She played my wife on a previous show that I was on. So we already had kind of this connection and camaraderie, and we you know, have an ease about, you know, ourselves together, which is great for this, because we play, you know, basically fiancés in this, and we have to have this, you know, great relationship and familiarity with each other, and we already had that, so that was great, and I was so happy that she, you know, came on to do this film. I think it's great that the whole family can sit there and watch, you know, this movie. You know, it's true. I don't think I've done many things that I could, you know, sit, you know, my sons down with me, and then also my parents, you know, down with me, and say, hey, let's get together and watch a movie. But that's one of the great things about these Hallmark movies, is that, you know, the whole family can watch, and you don't really have to sit there and kind of censor what they're seeing, you know, and it's a great thing.
She works at a hardware store. She's assistant manager. Mm-hmm. And more than anything, she's in love with Buddy. And all she wants to do is become engaged to him and become his wife and have children and grow old together. And then he is given this amazing gift, which turns out to come with its own set of complications. And it's scary for her, trying to imagine what her life is going to be like now that his life has changed so much. I mean, when I got the call and they said, well, it's going to be you and Eddie, I was like, Eddie, I'm in. I mean, we did a lot of rain and nights and long shoots together on Invasion, and so beautiful downtown Hartley is a lovely walk in the park with them compared to that. Healing people wouldn't be a bad thing to be able to do. That's kind of tempting. On a smaller scale, sometimes I just wish I knew what my dog was thinking. I don't know. It's a good question. Superpowers. Maybe I'd just like to have ordinary powers. I'm very, very happy about it. My Aunt Mary, who is a nun and 83, will be able to watch it and be very happy, which makes me happy.
The story centers around Buddy, the character who has this power that he comes into, and he lives with his aunt and uncle, who are really his adopted mother and father, but he calls them Uncle Norman and Aunt Beth, and that's me. I'm Norman, not Beth. And what would it be, the C or D plot in all of this is that his Uncle Norman is diagnosed with cancer. And so part of the healing process that gets slipped in the storyline is whether or not he's able to heal his uncle, along with all these other people. So I'm Uncle Norman. You know, when you're an actor of a certain age, they start giving you titles. You're Uncle Norman, or Old Man, or Crazy Old Man. So I'm Uncle Norman. This is my 4th Hallmark film. And it always happens at exactly the right time, when I'm exactly in the mood for doing something. And Hallmark always does the types of shows that are unquestionably shows that you'll do. You don't have to say, I need to read the script. I want to see how this goes. Hallmark has a reputation of doing a certain quality of show. And you just say, oh, they want me to do it? Absolutely, I'll do it. So what attracted me was the phone rang, and they said, Hallmark is interested in you playing this part on this thing. I said, then if I'm available, tell them yes. That was it. I like working with people who work well. And, you know, if this were the first Hallmark movie that they had ever done, you know, it might be a completely different ambience on the set. But they have done so many Hallmark films. They know how to get a film done. I love the working atmosphere. I love working with a crew and a director and a bunch of producers who know exactly what they're doing. There's no guesswork. There's no, maybe we should. They absolutely know what's going on. You come in, you get your work done. It's good quality. The shows look fantastic. The directors take time to make it worth your while to do it. It's perfect. If I could have a superpower, unfortunately it wouldn't be healing hands so I could help the universe. I want to fly. I've always wanted to fly. From the time I was a kid, I thought flying would be the coolest thing in the world. And to this day, I still think it's just a matter of understanding the right things to do, and you could fly. So, you know, I'm barbecuing now at age 60 at my ranch, and I'm all by myself, and I kind of go, no, I can't fly yet. But I always think it's yet, because I would love to fly. I just think that leaving Earth and being able to move that way would be terrific. So I guess that's a superpower, but it doesn't really lend itself to, you know, saving damsels in distress or runaway trains or super strength. I just want to float around, be able to fly, get to the top of a tree, that kind of thing.